Happy Sunday from Cabana Bay, Universal Orlando Resort. We're at Cabana Bay today for one reason, all of the horror. Cabana Bay is host to the Jacked Up Experience throughout the Horror Nights run. If you are staying at any of the on-site Universal resorts, you can go to the Jacked Up Experience throughout the run of Horror Nights. If you are not staying on site, this is not an option. There are two lines to get in. If you are at one of the other Universal resorts, you stay here, which is adjacent to the food court down below. If you are staying at Cabana Bay, you stay in this big line outside of the event. And the Jacked Up Experience is taking place in the Fun in the Sun Rec Center. It's like one of the little conference rooms upstairs around the corner from the bowling alley in Jackal Lane. We enter. Thank you.
You guys are pretty good at the photo ops there. Everyone just kind of stands there, you know?
You gotta get into it.
Exactly. Get your money's worth.
Did you miss me? Welcome, boys and girls. You and you. Ooh, I hope you're ready for the show. The scariest show on earth. We're gonna find out which one of you has what it takes to be one of my maniacs. All right, maniacs. Let me hear you scream. Looks like I win again.
So the Jacked Up Experience was fun. It's free. Open for any of the hotel guests. And spoiler alert, there is no actual Jack in there. There's just the Jack that's been in kind of like the tribute store or the main studio store for the last couple of Halloween Horror Night type events. Moving out of the Jacked Up Experience, the store windows at Cabana Bay, all Halloweened up. So cool. Don't go alone. I love all the retro Halloween stuff. And moving further along into the lobby, Swizzle Lounge, now transformed into the Horror Icons Bar. See where they've got some props here, some costumes from characters, caretaker, storyteller, and the director. The director. Storyteller. Caretaker is here. The bummer is the glass is so reflective, so Paul is in my shot, dancing around. I do love that they included the storyteller's glasses as well as caretaker's hat. And we've got some cards from Lady Luck, the rule book from the theater, the Palace Theater, director's camera. Storyteller's shears are here. Caretaker's weapon. More caretaker tools. Look behind the bar. Underneath the key art, some mementos from the characters. Of course, underneath the director, got a camera. No bathtub, but there are roses there. And under Jack, and a vase, and a little Jack in the Box. Storyteller, some books. Mary and I are going to have a couple of directors. Did a tasting of many of the drinks on this menu the other day. You can check out that video up above, but this is the list of all of the items that you can get at the Icons Bar through the end of Halloween Horror Nights. By the way, Paul's been working on this beer crawl at Cabana Bay since a couple of days ago. You buy 4 beers at any of the bars here and you get the 5th one free. He got his 5th one and they just gave him back the card, so he can endlessly get free beers now.
You can endlessly get your 5th beer.
About to have my director drink with my custom Jack hat at the Icons Bar. Cheers to Halloween Horror Nights. Actually quite good. Did you enjoy yours? For round 2, we've got a Jacked, which is, you guessed it, a Jack and Coke.
And lime.
And that, a skeleton key. Well, that's going to do it for us at the Jacked Up experience at Cabana Bay. It's a really nice little treat that Universal and Loews Hotels gives to their guests. They did this a couple of years ago with Stranger Things as well in that same spot with a couple of interactive photo opportunities. I actually think the Stranger Things photo opportunity from a couple of years ago may have been a little bit better than this. There's so much material or museum archival type items that could be used for Horror Nights that Paul and I had were talking as we were going through Aventura, where they have conference room space and things, that it would be a really cool idea if Universal did kind of like a Horror Nights fan fest before the event kicks off at some point. Maybe put together some type of like special package. If you go to a fan fest, then you get like some other perks or something throughout the event, similar to like Star Wars Celebration or anything. I mean, you've got the built-in fan base at this point. I would say go all out and take advantage of it, because they've kind of sprinkled in some of those original pieces throughout the houses and throughout the different things that you could look at across the property. And then a little bit of inside baseball or behind the scenes for some folks if you're not aware. The Jacked Up experience wasn't originally planned for last year. They were supposed to do multiple experiences throughout the hotels, but this year they kind of consolidated everything into this one experience solely at Cabana Bay. We don't normally stay at Cabana Bay at this point for our Horror Nights experience, because it tends to be a much busier, louder, kid-focused hotel. So Aventura across the street, great place, super quiet, more adult-oriented, as well as Sapphire Falls or some of the higher-end hotels. But Not knocking Cabana Bay, because we've had a lot of great experiences there. It does seem to be the centralized focus for a lot of things for horror nights or events that are taking place on property. But that's going to do it. We can get out of here. So thanks a lot for coming along. Thank you very much for all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great day. We'll see you guys. Subscribe to the cheap seats, or he's going to kill me.